Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to Broken Sword 2, The Smoking Mirror, Remastered. We are finally out of the Mexican city, so hopefully now we can have a puzzle. We ended up in a cutscene where we were on a boat, the boat got shot at, and now we're separated from everybody else. Let's just grab things moving from where we are to the other side of the screen, and we're not really certain what we're trying to do other than get back with the group, I
That
suppose.
vine rope could be useful.
It's actually, except for another piece of rope which we picked up earlier, that's the first thing we picked up in probably an hour.
The machine was broken.
Have this broken machine that's supposed to be a washing machine. Let's walk this way, I suppose. We see this waterfall. Over here we see some water that is making me think you could click something there, but no, that's not the case. Here we've got a water wheel that's being used.
The iron rim of the water wheel would have torn the skin from my fingers if I'd touched it.
Some kind of
It seemed to be working just fine.
Some kind of leaves. Did we put
It was
the
a
leaves?
pile of damp leaves.
Probably leaves you would have taken out of the water wheel. And we've got a cross. We'll just pick that up.
It was heavy. I guess that was intentional.
So let's go ahead and put the cross
I
in the water
couldn't
wheel.
see any great benefit in sharpening the cross.
In the press?
The leverage from the cross allowed me to turn one of the stones, but the other one remained stationary.
So, what is this press?
Two round stones were carefully balanced on a wooden structure.
So, if I put the rope between the press, that'll make them both work. But
The
what am I
vine
trying to
provided a
press?
drive belt to connect the two stones.
Like seriously, what am I trying to press? Got a tree
It was a
house
pile
up
of
there.
damp leaves.
You can click on that. Can we walk up there?
Hello? Anyone home?
No response. So this pattern doesn't look like there's anything up there. And I guess I can use the cross on the press again. But we need something in it, don't we?
Now I had the contraption working.
And so if we needed water, I guess maybe we could squeeze the water out of the press of the damp wheel. Let's see. This in the water wheel, maybe. See, they're talking about sharpening things. Would this work? What if we put this in the pump?
A wooden box was connected to the nearby water wheel. The water wheel had been built to provide a natural source of power. The wheel had a rim of roughly beaten iron.
Roughly beaten iron.
It was a pile of damp leaves.
And if it wasn't this that needed to be sharpened, and it's not this that needs to be sharpened, then what? Like, unless I'm supposed to just throw the dart at the treehouse. And so he walks all the way over there just to to shrug his shoulders, and that's really dumb. There must be more. Must be more to this.
The contraption consisted of a crude wooden wheel with wooden slats.
I can't walk over here. The bridge. There's something about the bridge.
It would have been a shame to tamper with the elegant bridge. Perfect for a game of poo sticks.
Come on, game. There must be something more.
2 round stones were carefully balanced on a wooden structure.
Let's just try everything, I suppose. Maybe grind up dog biscuits. Grind the metal. Interesting.
The cone was ideal as a makeshift container.
So now can I take the leaves and get water out of it?
It was a pile of damp leaves.
Seriously, am I gonna use like this in the leaves? Or this in the water wheel? Grind up the dog biscuits. Grind up the stone. Grind up the dart. Grind up this statue. Grind up the lipstick, which we'll probably never use. Come on, grind up the paper. Grind up this. So I need to use this with this.
The cone was empty. It seemed to be working just fine.
So try everything on the pump now, I suppose. All we're getting is just him shrugging his shoulders. I don't even know what we're supposed to accomplish through these actions. This is exactly a scenario where Nicole or somebody should be with us. It doesn't have to be Nicole. And they should say, we need to do this. Let's see if we can figure it out. Because right now it's like, I've got this grinder. I figured out the grinder. I figured out the cone. And I've got nothing here that tells me for 1 second why. Why do I want water from the leaves?
It was a pile of damp leaves.
And so we've got all these things that let's see, maybe we'll sharpen. And with no logic in a point-and-click adventure game, it's just random attempts at stupidity. It's just try everything. So this statue gets sharpened. Why first?
As I held the fetish to the iron rim of the wheel, a shower of sparks cascaded onto the leaves.
And so now the leaves are
The leaves
Still
were too
damp?
damp to burn on their own.
So we're trying to start a fire? Is that it? Let's see. Are we supposed to go grind up a bank statement or put a bank statement on the leaves?
The bank statement was just what I needed to kindle the damp leaves.
This is really ridiculous. This seems like a puzzle just designed to make you use up items.
As I held the fetish to the iron rim of the wheel, a shower of sparks cascaded onto the leaves.
So now the leaves are on fire. Are they going to stop the pump? No, they're sucking in air. And so now smoke is coming in to get this person out, I suppose.
Quick, man, put out that fire. I've got a sick woman up here.
Sorry, Father, but I needed to attract your attention.
Father. And so now he's going to let me up? Well, he's coming down.
Who are you? And what do you want?
My name is Stobbart, George Stobbart.
I'm Father Hubert. I don't suppose you speak French.
Huh? Why do you want to know that?
I found a young woman with a fever by the river this morning. The poor girl is
Interesting.
close to death. And there's nothing I can do for her but pray. I don't understand her, but I think she's speaking French.
Hang on. That must be Nico.
So we can talk to Hubert here, I guess, a little bit more. Seems really stupid to separate us just to merge us right back together with not very much time taking place in between it.
What
But
are you
this
doing
might
out
be
here in
the
the jungle?
remastered
God's work.
version.
Not quite the destination I had in mind when I set out, but, well, you know what they say? Mysterious ways and so on.
I guess the idea here is we're going to probably have to grind some kind of cure and go find plants, and this might turn into a flower picking game.
You didn't plan to end up here?
No. I was on my way to the miners' camp in the north. I was stuck here when my boat capsized on the river.
That's exactly what happened to me. How long have you been here?
11 years.
11 years, wow.
That's my girlfriend you've got in your treehouse. What's the matter with her?
She's been bitten by a venomous river snake.
But can't you do something for her? There's a cure, isn't there?
I ran out of penicillin and morphine years ago, but the local people speak of a root which they believe will counteract the poison.
What's the route look like?
Where can I find this root?
I don't know, but maybe the shaman at the village can tell us.
Will you show me the way to the village?
Me? Oh, but I can't.
Can't? Nico's life depends on it.
You're right. Of course I should, despite my own guilt and shame. But I can't go as a representative of God with a creased collar.
A creased collar? You mean you put your personal attire higher than the life of a sick woman?
I will not go to that village looking anything but my best.
Give me your collar. I'm sure I can find a way to press it.
Seriously? What a
Thank you, my
stupid...
son. In the meantime, I
reason.
must contemplate my sermon.
There was obviously more than a creased collar bothering the priest.
So, we've got this collar, we can put it in the press and press it.
So there I was, hundreds of miles from civilization, doing the housework for a priest. It's a strange world.
And then we'll press... But why do I need a cone? To catch it. Just so I guess it doesn't fall on the ground?
The press worked surprisingly well on the collar.
And I imagine we're going to still use it to grind up the root. let's not dilly-dally. Let's just go ahead and hand it back to the guy. Now, what will be funny is that it turns out Nicole isn't up there.
Here's
and
your
it's
collar,
Pearl.
Father.
Or somebody else.
Thank you, George. You'd probably think it a little odd of me to make such a fuss.
Oh, no. If I've been living in the jungle for 11 years, I'd be completely screwy, too. Screwy?
Yes, perhaps I am. Ever since my last visit to that village.
What happened last time?
Do you want to tell me what happened at the village?
I forgot my vows. I let myself be overwhelmed by the beauty of this unspoiled paradise, and in a moment of weakness, animal passion reared its rampant head.
You know, you should be writing romantic novels.
Look at this expression. It's so bad.
Did you experience some kind of a physical liaison at the village?
Yes, I'm ashamed to admit it, but I found myself doing the monkey dance.
I've never heard it called that before. And I didn't want to pry any deeper into Hubert's murky past. Now you've got your collar back, will you take me to the village?
I've still not finished my sermon.
Look, Father, I still don't know why you're so reluctant to visit that village, and it's none of my business. Whatever the reason, it can't be more important than saving Nico's life.
You're right. I must be crazy. We must make haste if we're to reach the village before nightfall.
So we leave this whole
By the
section.
time we reached the village, it was sunset.
So this is kind of pointless to have it so far apart from each
Hello,
other.
boys. Glad to see you're still wearing the underpants. What?
They're the best Christmas present we ever had, Father.
Mine are too tight.
Well, we all have our cross to bear. This is George. He has a request to make. I'm afraid I can't stay. Good luck, George.
He just runs away.
That's a relief. I never feel comfortable with him about.
Me neither. These damn pants keep riding right up my butt.
So, what do
Seriously.
you want?
Let's talk about Nicole.
My girlfriend has been bitten by a snake.
So, everyone in my family has been bitten by snakes.
I was bitten by a dormouse once.
She's real sick. I hoped your wise man might have medicine.
Wise man? You must have the wrong village.
Really? He told me.
Father Hubert said there was a wise man in the village who could help me.
Ooh, he must mean the old man, the shaman.
Are you going to stand by and let my girlfriend die?
Of course not. What do you think we are, savages?
We'll start the preparations for a cremation feast.
See, and this was supposed to be like a joke characters, and I think much like the mobsters in the first game, they don't play off as funny as they should.
I'd like to see the shaman, please.
You can't just go walking in there and demand to speak to the shaman.
Why not?
You have to observe the protocol. The shaman demands tribute.
Tribute? You mean like a gift?
That's right.
The eternal question. What do you give a man who has everything?
Well, I'll give him the dog biscuits.
Here, he'll like these biscuits.
If you say so.
So we just offer up more items. I think the game is just trying to get rid of all my inventory, which is ridiculous. They could have gotten rid of all the inventory when we made it to Mexico in general. I mean,
He liked the biscuits, especially the black ones. He wants to know if you've any more.
So can we just walk this way now? Yep.
Stop! This is a private village.
Oh, darn it. Let's talk to the shaman, the guard again. Yeah, as soon as we made it to Central America, whatever country we have, let's see. Maybe we offer up the lipstick?
Would your wise man have any use for lipstick?
Not in that color.
Haven't you anything in black?
Of course I don't.
So he wants black things. We have... Let's talk about the the man before we give him the stone.
Give me a clue. What kind of things does your shaman like? Does he have a hobby, a favorite sport?
You insult us. The shaman lives on a higher plane.
Oh, right. Maybe a book would be more suitable. Or a jigsaw puzzle? Don't you just hate choosing presents for people you don't know?
Let's offer the stone.
This stone is what brought me here.
That's a spirit stone. I wouldn't touch it if I was you.
You're right. It could be cursed.
So they won't even take that. So, more dog biscuits, I
There
suppose?
wasn't much point in sending the empty box back to the shaman.
Alright. So we need black dog biscuits. And talking to this guard won't reveal anything different, will it? No. And there's nothing here. There's nothing here to click on. So that with that.
I dropped the poison dart into the box with just a little itch of misgiving.
I guess we'll try that. And then we'll poison him. Knock him out.
Here, I found some more of those biscuits for the shaman.
I don't see the point of this though. What's the point of knocking out
I'll
the guy?
give them to him.
This just seems stupidly mischievous.
It didn't work.
What?
Your feeble attempt to assassinate the shaman by concealing a dart within this box.
Okay. So, spirit stone with this?
I put the Mayan stone in the empty box.
So, because we have this empty box, I suppose we will just continue down this way.
Here, I found some more of those biscuits for the shaman.
I'll give them to him.
This seems kind of ridiculous. Particularly in the idea that it's very possible that players might not even realize the box idea.
The shaman wants to talk to you.
I hoped he would. Well, it's been nice to talk to you guys.
So finally we get through here. Thank goodness the remaster has, I suppose, hints. Otherwise, you would have just been stuck. So there's a woman behind this.
That woman certainly wasn't the reason I'd come to the village.
I can't even see a woman. Alright, one step this way. Alright. And there's a basket.
I couldn't think of any reason to steal the villagers' rock collection.
And then there's a man. There's kids. And here's the shaman.
That man wasn't the one I'd come looking for.
Again, we're in a scene where just people are in the background and you can click on them for no reason. Yeah, it's a poor implementation. Trying to make it feel like there's more people in the area. I understand, but there's a fire. I suppose we could put something in the fire if we had anything. But we don't, so let's talk to the shaman. I would have just made a background character.
My name's George Stobbart.
So you can't
Please,
click on him.
sit down. Welcome, George.
Thanks.
It has long been foretold that a white man would bring the coyote stone to this village.
And so now we're into a different scene that's slightly more zoomed in. Modern games would almost certainly have just zoomed in to this point. But they had to do a full fade to black and fade in and fade out.
My girlfriend's been bitten by a snake.
And you want me to heal her?
That's the idea. Can you do it?
I'm not sure. My gums aren't what they used to be.
He's gonna suck the poison out.
Listen, my girlfriend's in a coma. Please, old man, give me the root.
What root?
Father Hubert told me of a root which could cure the bite of the river snake.
There's nothing sacred with these people. That was our secret, known only to members of my tribe.
If that root is my chance of saving Nico's life, then I want it. Fast.
There is time yet, George Stobbart. Time to learn why you were called here.
Now, see, I should stop asking the right questions, and I should ask about the lipstick and the priest for a second.
I don't suppose this would be any use to you.
It sure would. This wax on a stick will change our lives.
What do you want it for?
To decorate our bodies for the monkey dance.
Interesting.
Why is Father Hubert so reluctant to visit the village?
I don't know. He used to come here a lot, but then he just stopped. You'd think he'd want to spend some time with his kids.
With his kids.
Did you say Father Hubert has kids?
3 girls and 5 boys by my reckoning. All conceived in the same week at the Feast of the Monkey Dance.
That's some dance. They're conceiving 5 kids.
Fine. If I listen to your story, then will you give me the root?
The eel travels far, but still returns to the place of his spawning.
And look, I'm running a tight schedule, so can you skip the riddles?
See, and that
Many
feels like
years
the
ago, the world
remaster
was
skipped
young.
part of that.
The great god and king Quetzalcoatl was defeated by trickery and deceit. His enemy Tezcatlipoca took his place as leader and demanded terrible human sacrifices. A group of loyal priests found a way to trap Tezcatlipoca. But his powers were so great, they knew he would not remain trapped forever. His time of incarceration would end with the eclipse, which marked the close of the 5th age. So the priests fashioned 3 obsidian stones which contained the power to seal the mirror for all time. But before the stones could be put in place, they were seized by the invading Spanish.
But how did they trap Tez, the evil god?
Now that
They built a
cutscene
pyramid
sounded
which
a
they
lot
told
better.
Tezcatlipoca was dedicated to him. At its center, they fashioned a huge mirror of perfectly smooth obsidian. Luring him into the pyramid with
Very odd
praise and
transition
flattery,
from
they
good audio
used
to bad
sorcery
audio.
to ensnare him in the mirror.
And we're kind of in this weird position too. I can't save. I can't do anything, but we are done for this recording too. So starting right back here next time is how it will go, and we'll ask some more stuff about their myth and as far as how it's going to end up meaning something to us. We're getting tied into something much bigger, and we're going to have to probably find 2 other stones. So there's still probably a lot of game to do. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to support me further, click on my name, Rydo. On the right is a button that says support this channel. Click it and make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.